And I managed to find two. Oh, let's do that. Oh, sorry. Right here. Okay. Okay. Two. $2012 pennies, and I just happened to come across two of these loose, but with the gum off and a little bit withered. So that gave me the idea to take a 1-cent stamp and a penny, each being one, and putting them on these little tags for some children who are turning 7 in February. Whoops. Children, here we go. They're turning 7 in February. These also sparked these books. It's a long story, and I'm not going to tell it. I just did tell it in bits and pieces on how these books were made. There are several of them, a number of them. So anyway, there are these, and these kids are actually twins, a boy and a girl. And I had these, tags made, or a large sheet of paper that had this stencil of the boy and girl on it, and then I had cut it down and it was tags, and so I had those, and so that whole idea came together of giving them each one with that stencil on it, and then adding to it 1 and 1 for first grade this year, and February birthdays being George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, and those haven't even come yet, so they'll have some pretty. Oops, I think we're still going here. Yeah, we'll have some pretty good little tags here, and it's also made from my Franken paper. At one point I had the 1-cent stamp tucked in here, thinking that might work, or tuck it down in here, and then this thing can hook onto it and pull it up. But that's really a recipe for disaster. This is just a little accident, but that's a nice secret pocket. So yeah, so they'll have some nice little items when President's Day rolls around. All right, so that's that. And then, I just wanted to do a quick little thing I'm adding to this one example that I made, or I am making, and will be for some time. This is adding donut-shaped things. But what I wanted to do right now was put in something. I cut these off of cups that I used. I got them for El Dia de los Muertos, and I drank water or something nice out of them, and then rinsed them and saved them for the design. And I just stuck these green things on today and thought I should put one in here. That's about the right size. So I looked around for a spot and thought, well, if I had a map of Death Valley, that would be nice. But here, it just kind of fits on the back where there's a notation. The sheets for these sheets for pages are 4 7/8 inches by 6 inches. 5 inches by 6 inches was too big. So all of the individual sheets that I'm cutting be 4 7/8 inches. And then I fold that in half for the pages, and they stay inside the book better. So to put this one on, it's waxed, so it's difficult to glue. So I just stapled it once here, and I thought it might be prettier to use the small stapler with the little staples. I said, no, I have this at hand, and trying to not fuss too much. So I said, I'll just staple this. Oops, I want it straight though, even though it's always worth doing every step as perfectly as possible. I keep harping on it, but I have a good reason to. There. Craftsmanship. All right, so now I've stapled that on. Now, these are back here, so the best thing for me to do with those would be to cover them with something else. And in the meantime, since they're on the very last page of the signature and of the book, they just might be handled. So I'm just going to take a little bit of washi tape and stick it on there for a temporary fix. And this would be especially important if these books are going to be for small children, because they have soft little fingers and we don't want those staples, even though the points are in, they're not, the wire is flat, it's not round, and it's scratchy. They have, soft fingers too. So let's see. Maybe I should put this way, because that's brown up there. Or make it match the one down there. Now this washi tape, I think washi just might mean paper. It is a kind of a masking tape, which is also a paper tape, which means it's not a real permanent tape or real sticker-onery tape. But that's all right. Some of it sticks more. Some of the old stuff is really stickery and it's stuck to itself and hard to get apart, but that stuff works. All feels a little different. But anyway, this washi tape is nice for labeling things too, because since it's paper, you can write on it. And if you want to write real neatly, you can just, oh, look at that. It has some kind of a design on it or something. I just thought this was supposed to look like old postal stuff. But anyway, since this is washi tape and not real sticky, and this is waxed paper and not real porous, you can put it on there to save, or you can put it on there and then do your writing on a flat surface on your tape, and then pick your tape up and put it in your book or wherever you're planning to put it. And also, with the wax paper, you have the advantage of being able to see through it. So you can plan out exactly how big you want your writing to be. That's all. That's plenty long. Thank you.